The African savanna stretches wide. It is a land of immense beauty and raw survival. Here, life plays out in a grand theatre. The sun beats down with an ancient intensity. Grasslands shimmer under the heat. Acacia trees dot the landscape, offering sparse shade. Many creatures call this place home. Each is perfectly adapted to its world. Some are small and quick. Others are vast and powerful. Today, we imagine a most unusual event, a contest between two giants, the mighty elephant and the towering giraffe. These two animals are icons of Africa. They're instantly recognizable. Their shapes are unique in the animal kingdom. Elephants move with a slow, deliberate majesty. Giraffes glide with an almost silent grace. They often share the same spaces. They drink from the same waterholes. They browse on the same plains. Yet a direct, serious confrontation between them is rare. It is something seldom witnessed. But what if it were to happen? What would such a spectacle look like on these ancient lands? Imagine the scene. The dust rises in golden clouds. The air is still, expectant. Other animals watch from a safe distance. The elephant, a creature of immense power. The giraffe, a marvel of height and elegance. Each possesses its own set of tools for survival. Each has its own ways of dealing with threats. A showdown would test these attributes to their very limits. It would be a true battle of titans, a display of nature's incredible engineering. This is the stage for our epic encounter. The question lingers in the dry air. Who would prevail in such a contest? It is not a simple answer. We must look closely at each animal. We must understand their strengths. We must also understand their weaknesses. Nature has equipped them both for defense and, if necessary, for attack. This hypothetical battle is not just about brute force. It is about strategy, endurance, and perhaps a little bit of luck. Let us delve into the world of these magnificent creatures. Let us explore what makes them who they are. The African elephant is the largest land animal on Earth. It is a truly colossal creature. An adult bull can weigh over 6 tons. That is heavier than many trucks. Its shoulders can stand 3 meters high, sometimes even more. Its sheer size is a statement of power. Few animals would dare to challenge it directly. The elephant's skin is thick and grey. It is wrinkled like an ancient map of the continent. This skin helps to protect it from the sun and from some injuries. It is a formidable natural armor. The elephant possesses remarkable features. Most famous is its long trunk. This is not just a nose, it is an incredibly versatile tool. It is made of muscle with no bones. An elephant can use its trunk to breathe. It can use it to smell the air for water or danger. It can grasp tiny objects with the finger-like tips. It can also uproot trees or spray water. Then there are the tusks. These are actually elongated incisor teeth. They are made of ivory. Elephants use their tusks for digging, for stripping bark, and for fighting. Elephants are highly intelligent animals. They have complex social lives. They live in family groups led by an older female, the matriarch. These groups show strong bonds and cooperation. They communicate through a variety of sounds. Some sounds are so low in frequency that humans cannot hear them. These rumbles can travel for many kilometers across the savannah. This intelligence and social structure are key to their survival. They learn from each other and protect their young fiercely. Their presence shapes the very landscape they inhabit. Their feet are also specially designed. They are large and padded. This allows these huge animals to walk almost silently. The pads also help to distribute their immense weight. This prevents them from sinking too deeply into soft ground. When an elephant walks, it is with a ponderous, rhythmic gait. It is a symbol of Africa's wild heart, a living monument to the power of nature. Its every movement speaks of an ancient lineage, a lineage that has roamed these lands for millennia. Now let us turn our gaze upwards to the giraffe, the tallest mammal on the planet. Its head can reach nearly 6 meters above the ground. This incredible height gives it a unique view of the world. It can see predators from a great distance. It can also reach leaves high in the trees, leaves that other plant eaters cannot touch. This gives the giraffe a special food source. It is a specialist browser, perfectly adapted to its niche. Its long neck is its most defining feature. The giraffe's neck is a marvel of engineering. It contains only 7 vertebrae, the same number as in a human neck. But each vertebra is greatly elongated. This long neck requires a powerful heart. The giraffe's heart can weigh up to 11 kilograms. It needs to pump blood all the way up to the brain. The giraffe also has a unique coat. It is covered in large, irregular patches. These patches are usually brownish or orange. They are separated by light-colored lines. Each giraffe has a unique pattern, like a fingerprint. Despite their height, giraffes can move surprisingly fast. They can gallop at speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Their gait is unusual. They move both legs on one side of the body at the same time. This is called a pace. It looks a little awkward, but it is very efficient for covering long distances. Their long legs are powerful. They end in large, strong hooves. These hooves can be formidable weapons. A well-aimed kick from a giraffe can cause serious injury, even to a lion. The giraffe also has small horn-like structures on its head. These are called ossicones. They are made of ossified cartilage and are covered in skin and fur. Male giraffes use their ossicones in a behavior called necking. This is a form of ritual combat. They swing their long necks at each other. They try to land blows with their heads. The giraffe is a gentle giant for the most part, but it is well equipped to defend itself. Its height and keen senses make it a true sentinel of the plains. The elephant's primary strength lies in its sheer mass and power. An adult bull elephant is a walking fortress. Its thick, wrinkled hide offers considerable protection. It can absorb blows and resist scratches from thorny bushes. This natural armor is a significant advantage. When an elephant charges, it is an unstoppable force. Few creatures on the savannah would willingly stand in its path. The ground itself seems to tremble beneath its feet. This raw power is backed by immense stamina. Its tusks are formidable weapons. They are sharp, strong, and can be used with devastating effect. An elephant can gore an opponent or use its tusks to push and shove. These ivory spears are not just for show. They are tools of defense and dominance. The trunk, too, can be a weapon. While delicate enough to pick a single berry, it is also immensely strong. An elephant can use its trunk to slap, to grip, or even to throw objects. It can coil around a threat or deliver a powerful blow. Its versatility is astonishing. Beyond physical attributes, the elephant possesses high intelligence. This intelligence translates into combat strategy. Elephants are known to be thinking creatures. They can assess a threat. They can coordinate with other elephants if in a herd. A lone bull, especially one in a state of heightened aggression, is particularly dangerous. It is driven by hormones and will not back down easily. This combination of brawn and brain makes the elephant a truly fearsome opponent. It is not just a mountain of muscle. The elephant's presence alone is often enough to deter potential threats. Its size is an advertisement of its power. Its deep rumbles can be heard from afar, announcing its approach. Young elephants are fiercely protected by the entire herd. The adults will form a defensive circle around the calves. They will face any danger with courage and determination. This collective defense makes them even more formidable. The strength of the elephant is not just individual but also social, a united front of giants. All right, folks, let's dive into Section 5, Giraffe's Grace, Agility from Above. So the giraffe's main advantage, you see, is its incredible height. This remarkable stature allows it to spot danger long before most other animals even have a clue. And oh boy, does it have excellent eyesight. From its lofty vantage point, it can survey vast areas of the savannah, almost like having its own personal lookout tower. This early warning system is absolutely crucial for survival. It gives the giraffe precious time to react, time to assess the threat, and time to decide on a course of action. Usually that action is to move away, smartly avoiding trouble. But hey, if cornered, its height can also be used offensively. This perspective acts in a way like a silent guardian. Now, while the giraffe isn't built for brute force like our friend the elephant, it does have powerful legs. And let me tell you, these legs can deliver some extremely dangerous kicks. A giraffe can kick in any direction with surprising accuracy. Its hooves are large and hard, and a kick from a giraffe can break bones, even kill a predator like a lion. This is its primary means of defense. When a giraffe kicks, it does so with the full force of its long, muscular legs, a swift and potentially lethal strike. Quite a surprising weapon from such a graceful creature, don't you think? Speed and agility are also key assets for the giraffe. It may look a bit ungainly when it starts to run, but it can reach some really impressive speeds. This allows it to outrun many predators. Its long stride covers a lot of ground quickly. Now, while an elephant is powerful, it is not as fast as a giraffe. In an open plain, a giraffe could potentially use its speed to evade an elephant, creating that vital distance. although it can change direction, though not as nimbly as some smaller animals. Male giraffes engage in a unique form of combat called necking. They swing their long, powerful necks at each other, using their heads and ossicones as clubs. While this is primarily for establishing dominance among males, it really shows the strength of their necks. In a hypothetical confrontation with an elephant, this necking behavior is unlikely to be effective. However, the sheer reach of its neck could allow it to strike from an unexpected angle if it could land a blow on a vulnerable spot. Its height gives it options, and that's something to marvel at. Section 6. The elephant's burden, when size becomes a challenge. While the elephant's immense size is a great strength, it also presents certain weaknesses. One of the most significant is its relative lack of speed compared to a giraffe. An elephant can charge surprisingly fast over short distances, but it cannot maintain high speeds for long. A giraffe, with its long legs, is built for sustained running. In a prolonged chase across open plains, the elephant might struggle to keep up. This limits its ability to pursue a more agile opponent. Its endurance is for power, not for sprinting. Maneuverability can also be an issue for such a large animal. In dense bush or uneven terrain, an elephant might find it harder to turn quickly. Its large turning circle could be exploited by a nimbler foe. A giraffe, while also large, has longer legs relative to its body. This might give it a slight advantage in certain types of terrain. The elephant relies on clearing obstacles, while the giraffe might be able to navigate around them more easily. Every environment presents different challenges for these giants. Despite its thick hide, an elephant still has vulnerable areas. Its eyes are relatively small and could be targeted. Its underbelly, though hard to reach, is less protected. The back of its legs could also be susceptible to injury. If a giraffe could somehow get into a position to deliver a powerful kick to these areas, it could cause significant damage. However, getting into such a position against an alert elephant would be incredibly difficult and dangerous. These are points of potential, but difficult exploitation. Finally, the sheer energy required to move and power such a massive body is immense. An elephant needs to eat vast quantities of vegetation every day. In a prolonged, high-intensity conflict, an elephant might tire more quickly than a smaller, lighter animal. Though its stamina for steady effort is great, explosive bursts of activity are costly. This energy expenditure is a constant factor in its life. It dictates its movements and its need for resources. A long battle would test these reserves severely. Section 7. The giraffe's gamble, a towering target. The giraffe's most distinctive feature, its long neck, is also a significant vulnerability. While it provides a great view and access to high foliage, it is a relatively exposed part of its body. If an elephant could somehow get a hold of the giraffe's neck with its trunk, or strike it with its tusks, the consequences could be severe. The neck contains the vital pathways to the brain. An injury here could be debilitating or fatal. This elegant structure is a point of both strength and weakness. The giraffe's long, slender legs are powerful weapons for kicking, but they too can be targets. They are more fragile than the massive, pillar-like legs of an elephant. A well-aimed blow from an elephant's tusk or trunk could potentially injure a giraffe's leg. This would severely hamper its mobility. It would take away its primary means of defense and escape. Its very height, which provides so many advantages, relies on these slender supports. Protecting them is paramount. One of the giraffe's most vulnerable moments is when it drinks water. To reach the ground, it must splay its front legs wide, or it must bend its knees in an awkward posture. In this position, it cannot easily see approaching danger, and it cannot quickly get up to flee or defend itself. Predators often try to ambush giraffes at waterholes. While an elephant would not typically ambush a giraffe, this posture highlights an inherent vulnerability in its design, a moment of defenselessness in its daily routine. Compared to an elephant, a giraffe lacks raw, crushing power. It cannot simply bowl over an opponent. Its defense relies on its kicks and its ability to escape. It does not have the same offensive weaponry as an elephant, like tusks or a powerful trunk for direct combat. If an elephant manages to close the distance and pin the giraffe would be at a severe disadvantage. Its strengths are in evasion and targeted strikes, not in a close-quarters wrestling match. It must maintain its distance. Section 8. Life on the plains, daily routines and natural defenses. Elephants spend much of their day foraging. They consume hundreds of kilograms of vegetation daily. They move slowly through their territory using their trunks to pull down branches, uproot grasses, and drink water. Social interaction is constant within the herd. They communicate through touch, scent, and sound. When threatened, adult elephants will quickly form a protective circle around their young. They face outwards, presenting a formidable wall of tusks and trunks. This cooperative defense is highly effective against most predators. They are architects of their environment. Giraffes are also primarily browsers. They spend hours each day carefully selecting leaves from acacia and other trees. Their long necks allow them to reach food sources unavailable to most other herbivores. They are generally peaceful animals. They often live in loose, informal herds. Their main defense is their vigilance. Their height and excellent eyesight allow them to spot predators, like lions, from far away. If danger is detected, they will usually try to move away calmly. They rely on early detection to avoid confrontation. Their world is viewed from above. Conflicts between different species on the savanna are usually avoided if possible. Energy is precious. Fighting carries the risk of injury or death. Most animals prefer to flee rather than fight, unless they are protecting their young or feel cornered. Elephants and giraffes share the same habitat. They often encounter each other at waterholes or while feeding. Generally, they tolerate each other's presence. An adult elephant has few natural enemies. A healthy adult giraffe is also a difficult target for most predators. Mutual respect often prevails. However, circumstances can change. A bull elephant in must can be highly aggressive towards any creature it encounters. Scarcity of resources, like water during a severe drought, can also lead to increased tension and competition. In such extreme situations, unusual confrontations might occur, but these are exceptions, not the rule. The daily life of both these giants is focused on finding food, water, and staying safe. Their behaviors are finely tuned to the rhythms of the African plains, a testament to survival. Section 9. Clash of Titans. Imagining the unthinkable encounter. So what would happen if these two giants were truly forced into a serious confrontation? It's important to remember this is a highly unlikely event. Both animals would usually seek to avoid such a dangerous encounter, but let us imagine a scenario. Perhaps a lone bull elephant in the throes of must sees a tall giraffe as a challenger, or perhaps a desperate struggle over the last remaining water source in a drought. The stage is set for a rare and dramatic clash. The elephant would likely initiate the attack. It would probably give warning signals first, flared ears, a raised head, and loud trumpeting. If the giraffe did not retreat, the elephant might charge. It would aim to use its immense weight and tusks. It would try to gore the giraffe or knock it off its feet. The elephant's strategy would be direct and overwhelming, to close the distance and bring its power to bear. Its trunk might be used to try and unbalance the giraffe or strike its legs. The giraffe's best strategy would be to use its height and speed. It would try to keep out of the elephant's direct reach. It would circle, looking for an opportunity to land a powerful kick. A kick to the elephant's head, side, or legs could be damaging. The giraffe would need to be agile and quick. It would try to avoid the elephant's tusks and trunk. Its aim would be to inflict a painful injury that might deter the elephant or to create an opening to escape. It would be a dance of danger. The outcome is difficult to predict with certainty. Much would depend on the specific circumstances, the age and condition of each animal, the terrain, and sheer luck. An elephant's direct charge, if successful, could be devastating for the giraffe. However, a well-placed kick from a giraffe could also seriously injure an elephant, perhaps enough to make it break off the attack. More likely, after a brief, intense display, one or both animals might decide the cost of continuing is too high. A standoff, or the giraffe managing to flee, seems a very plausible outcome. Nature rarely favors such costly battles